Hey, this is Tyler with Survivopedia.
Okay, me and Chris are in the backcountry. We're doing a little bit of filming, and we have a very hasty, quick setup for a winter survival situation. Now, we're just going to kind of explain what I've got going on here. We took length 6-foot long logs, laid them vertically with one log on the top, one on the bottom. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm creating some space underneath the bed. Then I took boughs and bent them together and laid them on top. That kind of gives you this springiness because we want air underneath this, right? Yeah. Insulation comes from having air between you and the stuff that's going to make you cold. So after that, I created a dog leg fire with a platform, and that's up and burning now. So that's the basic essential of what we would do for winter survival, right?
Yeah.
So what would we do next?
Well, part of survival after this, we need to get to, what, hydration?
Correct.
Yeah.
So first though, we need more wood.
Yeah.
There's got to be like 3 times this amount of wood. Maybe 2 or 3 large trees that we can burn all night long.
Okay.
And if we look at the rule of threes, we'll start with that. Kind of segue to
3 minutes, no oxygen,
Yes.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
So I have a variation of the rule of threes that I use personally. There's 3 seconds without security, right? That reminds you if you're in an austere environment, you need a gun to defend yourself. 3 minutes without oxygen, and the reason we do that one, because it's kind of confusing, is if you're in an airplane that just landed in the water or something that's flipped over, you got to get out first, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have it on your body, you're not bringing it with you.
Yep.
Right? So that's kind of a proper prior planning thing. The next thing is 3 hours in inclement weather without shelter. Here's shelter. Here's the beginnings of shelter. More fire piled up, that's shelter. The next level is 3 days without water.
Yep.
Now that might be 4 hours in the desert without water. That might be 4 days in the jungle without water.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of a
relative with the humidity, right?
Yeah. The next thing is 3 weeks without food. The reality is that can be up to 40 days. And then 3 months without companionship. So we've got fire. We've got the beginnings of shelter. The next thing is going to be water.
Okay.
All right. All right, so the basics of winter survival are get the fire going, get yourself up off the snow with a bed, copious amounts of fuel for the fire, 3 trees at least minimum, and go from there. Hopefully this is valuable to you, and thank you for watching.